This game, good win. We had a great start, fast start. Haven't had a start like that at home, so that was a good feeling. Then you get the next challenge, which is when you're ahead 2-0, how do you find ways to control the game? Maybe the last 15 minutes of the first half, not so good. Beginning of the second half, not so good. And then somewhere in the middle of the half or so, we started to play the right passes and hold on to the ball a little bit. We had some chances to get a third. That would have been nice. But still, when you look at everything that went on this week with the cup match and then good win against Columbus, pretty happy. Yes.
Thank you. Well, just Laurent again with another free kick. Your thoughts on that? And when you brought him in, did you know you were getting this?
No, I've been asked that a bunch of times. No, we knew we were getting a leader, a guy in the back who could help us be a team that could play from the back. But he, the part of his free kicks has been a great surprise. And obviously by now, in certain situations, he's capable of coming up with something that's different. And so it's been a great plus. And you know, after the World Cup situation with him and being an alternate and then coming back, I was especially excited for him tonight.
As a follow-up, with him coming back from the World Cup, what has that been like for you guys? Did you need to build him up at all? Was he?
No, he. I mean, look, every guy appreciates what Laurent's all about, and so when he comes back, everybody checks in. Everybody wants to make sure he's doing all right, but you can tell from the first second that. You know, he loves what's going on here, and he's proud of even being part of an incredible Belgium team, and he's back and trying to push us along.
Coach,
yep.
What did you see from Dio today? Both, you know, building up to the goal, but then after the goal, very active night. You're always talking about the things that he does naturally well, but what you're looking for to improve as he assimilates into the team. What do you think of him tonight?
Yeah, part of the great start was due to Dio. So he gets another goal, and so his pure ability now in terms of finding some situations and getting chances is great. You know, we're asking a lot at this point when we push him for whatever, 90 minutes, because, you know, I mean, in the process of getting him where we want, you know, maybe on paper he's not quite at 90 minutes, but he's got the mentality that if that's what you need at the moment and we don't play for another week, he's ready to do it. So it's a tribute to him.
Bob, Zardes and Higuain, not really much of a factor in this match. What were you doing out there to keep control of them?
You know, again, I think that the understanding between Walker and Laurent is very good. You know, we understand the things that Jesse has done this year at Columbus that have made him successful, and we were able to, you know, have an idea of some of his movements. Higuain is very active, but I thought that, you know, Edward Atuesta handled the role deep in the midfield really well, and I was pleased in most of the match that the understanding of Edward with Benny and Lee was quite good. So in our good stretches, those guys were finding the right passes. Defensively, they were in sync, so those are things we work on. It was nice to see.
Coach, you're roughly at the midpoint of the season. What, in your mind, from a 30,000-foot view, does the team need to do from here to the end of the year?
I mean, there's all these parts to the game, and you need to just keep getting better at each part. I mean, so there's still times when our ability to control games, the way we connect passes, I still, you know, I'm not a numbers guy, but I still think on a night like tonight, if we're sharper, we can have more possession, we can have more passes. We had some good advantages tonight where the final decision, the final pass wasn't as good as it should have been. You know, defensively, you know, if you want to be a team that plays high up the field, then your ability when you're controlling the game to still push your defenders up and lock in earlier to situations so that you can win the ball back faster. So these are just things I end up talking about every week because, you know, these are all things that the best teams do well. So I think we've made a lot of progress and feel good about the overall way we go about playing, but there's a long ways to go.
Coach, from Carlos's goal through announcing Andre officially, through the win tonight, I think Walker had his 100th game, Stephen Beitashour had his 200th game. Does this feel like a famous day for LAFC? Is this a big day for the club? Does it feel that way?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all of us were thrilled again to see Carlos playing so well, scoring the goal. You know, we know how special a player he is, and we all felt that he was in a great way as he left us and went off with Mexico. And so 2 games in, we're also excited for what he's been able to do so far, and we hope it can continue. And yeah, Andre, man, we've waited a long time, and the discussion, the negotiation, but great to get him here. He's a real. He's really excited to be here, and now, you know, we've got a few weeks to get him ready to get him out on the field. But, you know, as a player, I think I've said many times that he brings qualities in the midfield when I'm talking about our ability in moments to control games, dictate the rhythm a little bit more, connect passes. I see him being a big part of that.